DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. We're here, Q&A Thursday. This is version number 6. So you can, if you have questions, you can leave your comments in the comment section. What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com here talking to you. This is Q&A Thursday number 6. I'm responding to questions from Q&A Thursday number 5. Let's get right into it. We ain't gonna waste too much time. First question is Lachlan or Lachlan from Australia. How long do you practice a day roughly, and how many days a week? I got a video on this. You got to look it up. Go to my channel and search. Jalen from Chicago. He said he started using the jump manual and it's helping a lot. Thank you. You're welcome, Jalen. Keep working on it. Should give you some good results. Next question. I'm a 14-year-old training exercises with a lot of intensity. The question is, should I train that much for my age? Well, that's kind of a broad question because not every 14-year-old is the same. Not every 14-year-old has the same physical development. So if you really need to know down to the detail, you probably need to see a physical therapist or talk to your doctor or a trained professional, somebody that trains people and has worked with kids, has experience, and they give you a detailed answer to that question. But I cannot. So you're just gonna have to go touch and feel if you don't have access to any of the people that I mentioned. Next question. Says, I want to Tavez Tay. I ain't gonna read the YouTube name. He says, I want to see you dunking. Watch my videos. I got a bunch of them dunking. Next question. What's up, Dre? When you playing a basketball game, do you wear any sleeves, put on pads, etc.? Well, I got a video talking about the arm sleeve. I discussed that before. Pads, I wear pads on my knees, which protect you from shock, or if you fall, you bump knees or something like that. That's pretty much it. Next question. After playing basketball, my legs are bored and my knee ligaments are bad, hurting. How can I stop or prevent that hurt? Well, I can't answer exactly why your legs or your knees are hurting. It's not like every basketball player has the same feeling after playing a game of basketball. Every individual is different. So how you feel is different from how I'm going to feel. So I can't tell you why you feel the way that you feel. A lot of people ask me stuff like that. Like I'm supposed to know why you feel that way, but I don't. If you want to stop yourself from hurting, maybe you could try stretching, you could try icing, you can try rest. And if it's still hurting, then, I mean, I guess that's just how it's going to be. You can stop playing basketball if you don't want to hurt no more. But you're going to have to try things out to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. I can't tell you. Next question. Robert from North Carolina. He says after he dunks, a few minutes later, his fingers are starting to hurt. Is that normal? I don't even know what to say to that question. Normal has to have something to be compared to. So when you're saying, is it normal, what am I comparing it to? So you tell me, Robert from North Carolina. Sometimes I hang on the rim. Is it because of that? Now, Robert, I think you're smart enough. If you're smart enough to use the internet, get on YouTube and leave that comment, that you could probably figure out the answer to that question. Next question. Next question is, how can I get better at shooting off the dribble? I can't seem to grip the ball. Like when I get past the defense, the defender, and I want to pull up and shoot, I don't grip the ball, so I can't get into my regular shooting form. Well, if you're not able to grip the ball quickly off the dribble, that just means you need to practice more dribbling the ball and then going into a shot. And of course, it's easier to just catch the ball and shoot it because you got time to gather the ball in your hands and get it where you want. But off the dribble, you got to do it a lot quicker and often under pressure because you got somebody on defense or several people on defense around you. So if you want to get better at doing that, you just have to practice it. Most of the questions you got about basketball, any player out there, can be solved through practice. But I'm going to answer them anyway. Next question. Will from Australia says, the type of shoes you wear on the court affect the way you play? I don't know, Will. You got to find out for yourself. Wear a pair of shoes, see how you play, then wear a different pair, see how that goes. The way you play, that's relative to every single individual out there. Like I might think it don't matter. Another guy out there might think I need these shoes and I play my best, and in any other shoes I play terrible. So you got to figure out what works best for you. I can't speak for you or anyone else. You just got to figure out what works for yourself. Next question. Someone says, thanks for videos and tips. I use the drills. I got a lot better in 2 weeks. This is Bao or Bao from Vietnam. And he says the coach is considering making him a starter. So congratulations, Bao from Vietnam. Hope I'm saying your name right. Glad you've been improving your game. Next question. It says, I play basketball every day. People think I'm crazy, but I'm afraid this will wreck my knees since I play at parks. So I guess he means outside. Do you think I should take it easy or continue what people think I'm crazy for? This is Joshua from the Bronx. So first of all, Joshua, if you're going to play basketball or do anything in your life and you're going to base your decisions on what other people think, you won't get anywhere. So the first thing you should do is not even basketball speak. Stop worrying about what other people think. Worry about what you think. You got a brain. Think for yourself. Don't let other people think for you. As far as playing at parks, I mean, if that's what you got, that's what you got. If all you got access to is an outdoor basketball court, then your choices are either play basketball outside or don't play basketball. So, and once again, I'm not the one that's going to decide that for you. You got to decide for yourself. You know what your options are. Either do it or don't. Next question. Patrick in Ireland. Do you... Okay, no. Next question. I'm sorry. Antonio from Croatia. Is it bad for my skills if I miss 1 or 2 days of playing basketball? I don't know, Antonio. You got to get on the court and find out what happens after 1 or 2 days of not playing basketball. How am I going to tell you what's good for your skills and what's not? Only you will know. So you go ahead and sit out 2 days, and then you find out if that's bad for your skills or not. But otherwise, I really don't know what kind of answer you're expecting from me. Someone asked, Dre, would you ever consider making a youth basketball camp, like teaching kids fundamentals, etc., etc.? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Next question, Dre, what can help my shooting? Putting my shooting hand on the bottom of the ball or on the side in an angle. Well, what can help your shooting more than any of that? Because what it sounds like to me is you're probably thinking about a lot of different techniques. Maybe I need to do this and that, and maybe asking a bunch of questions. You need to stop talking, stop thinking, stop contemplating, and go practice. And that'll do more for your shooting than any question that you could ask me or any answer that me or anybody else could give you. Next question. What do you do after a bad game? You playing another game. Next question. Chris from Connecticut says, can I have your hyper dunks? And if not, can I make a video of me using them in the workout and show the Nike Plus numbers? Well, for answer your first question is no. The second question, can I make a video of them in a workout and show my numbers after the workout? Alright, so since people keep asking me about those, if you want to see my Nike Plus numbers, you got to show yours. So unless you got the hyper dunks and you can show your numbers, you won't ever see mine. So people can stop asking me that question. Next, Dre, how long do you do one ball handling drill? I usually just do each for 5-10 minutes, then go on to another one. Should I just do the drills I have, or should I do these drills longer? I don't really know what you should do. You in the gym working out, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you, try different things. I can't tell you what you should do. And as I talked about in the last Q&A video, I don't care what you or anybody else, any of you players out there, I don't care what none of y'all doing. I put the stuff out there, you use it as you see fit. Whatever way you want to use it, you want to change it up, you want to do more, you want to do less, you want to do it this way, that way, you want to add this part, you want to take that part out. Do whatever you feel. Don't ask me what you should do. I'm not concerned with what you should do. I'm not concerned myself with what I think you should do or whatever drills you're doing or how long you're doing it. You got to figure it out. I put the drills out there. You got a brain, you on the internet, which means you're smart. You're using the computer, so it means you have some intelligence. You got to think things for yourself. Don't expect me to think for you. That's not what I'm here to do, and it's not what I'm going to be doing. Next question. Dre, what drills do you do to help you get better if you don't have a rebounder or passer? I mean, is that a serious question? I got over 2,000 videos where it's just me there, so you need to watch those videos and get to work. Next question. Somebody asked me, do I like pickles? I'm not even getting into that. Next question. Dre, when I play at the park, there's no 3-second violation. unlike the league I play in. So how can I take the ball to the basket against a very crowded lane? You just do it. Just like you said, take the ball into the basket against a very crowded lane. If you ain't scoring, then you just need to get better at your game. Don't use the excuse of a 3-second violation as the reason why you're not scoring. The reason you're not scoring is this because your skills need to improve. I don't care if all 5 players are standing in the lane. If they stand in the lane and make a jump shot. If you can't make a jump shot, then you know what you need to do. You need to develop one by working on your game. And if you can't make one in the lane because there's a big guy in there or somebody more athletic that's blocking your shots, then you need to work on your skills so that he stops blocking your shots and you start scoring over him. You got to figure things out. Next question. How can I keep a faster or stronger player from driving on me? You can get faster and stronger yourself. You can get smarter in playing angles defensively. These are all things that you learn from experience. You get experience from playing basketball. You're not going to get your experience from talking and watching. You got to go out there and play and learn. Are you going to get your ass kicked by players better than you? Yeah, that's part of learning. So you got to go out there and do it. Stop talking, stop thinking, and go take action. Next question. What's my favorite move driving to the hole? Whatever ends in a basket. If it ends in a basket, that's my favorite move. Next question. Do I have any weaknesses or weak area in basketball? I think every player got things that they can get better at. As far as me personally, I would never announce if I had a weakness or something that I think I get better at, because then that would give somebody that's going against me an edge on how to attack me. So you can ask the question. I appreciate the question, but I'm not answering that. Next one. David from Canada. I work really hard in my workouts. My muscles feel sore the next day. Should I still work out the next day with sore muscles and fatigue? Well, David, you're going to have to figure that out. I don't really care if you work out. I don't care if you don't work out. Only you care. Nobody else worried about what you're going to do, David. So you got to figure it out. Either you're going to or you're not. Next question. Dre, I don't have a lot of money, but I want to buy some training equipment to take my training to the next level. Is there training equipment I would recommend over others? You could try the Hoop Handbook, which is not really equipment, but is a workout program to help you get your game right. And as far as your overall question goes, money is not the answer to your game. Like, if you want to be a good basketball player, it don't have nothing to do with money. All you need is access to some basketball court. It could be inside, it could be outside. I know a lot of players use the fact they play outside like that's some kind of excuse, like that matters. And I've worked out outside. I didn't never use an indoor gym at all until I was like 19. So the fact that you only got an outdoor court is no excuse whatsoever. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. If that's what you got, that's what you got. You don't need any training equipment. You don't need to buy anything. All you need is a basketball. You buy a basketball, go to a court, and work on your game. That's it. Next question. I'm 13 years old. I'm a point guard / shooting guard. Last year was my first year playing ball for my school. I got more knowledge than everyone on the team and more talent, but I only scored 4 points the whole year. I shrink in real games, but everywhere else I'm good. Now my teammates don't respect me. What can I do to play like I know I can? All right, well, I'm glad you asked this question so we can get into this. First of all, you said you got more knowledge and more talent than everybody on your team, but you scored 4 points the whole season. All right, son, you didn't say your name, but let me give you a news flash. You do not have more talent than everybody on your team, and you don't have more knowledge either. All right, you are not as good as you think you are. You scored 4 points the whole season. Performing in a game is part of being good. So if you are Michael Jordan in practice and a bum in the game, you are a bum, period. You can't be a bum in the game and then say, oh, I'm better than everybody on my team, but I just don't perform in the game. Well, performing in the game is a part of being better. So until you start performing in the game, don't come saying you got more talent, but you scored 4 points the entire season. That's ridiculous, kid. Like, let's be serious. Anybody that don't know you will tell you that. Anybody that's willing to tell you the truth will tell you that. I'm not the first person to think that will hear that story. If you want to perform better in games, you should probably play in more games so you can get more experience and also continue to practice so you can increase your skills. Your teammates don't respect you. Well, how you got more talent than them if they don't respect you? you have more talent, then they will show you respect. So maybe you could pull one of your teammates aside, say, hey, can you work with me on this? Talk to the coach. Hey, can you work with me on this? What can I do to get better? What do I need to work on? Ask one of the assistants. You don't have an assistant, ask one of the teammates. When your teammates won't help you, ask one of your friends. Your friends won't help you, help yourself. So there are no excuses. You just got to put in the work, and you got to perform in all arenas in order to call yourself good. Right? Just being good in half of it don't make you good total. Next question. When you talk a lot playing basketball, like trash talking, what do you do if that person takes it personal and is willing to fight you? All this talking was only about this person's game and not about his family or anything, so what should I do? Well, I guess you're saying you were trash talking somebody and like you were keeping it basketball related, but they got mad and wanted to make it personal and wanted to fight you. Well, I mean, it kind of works like this in life. If a person wants to fight you and you're not willing to fight, then they're not going to respect you, because now they see how far they need to push you in order to make you back down. So if you're playing basketball, it's a competitive arena, and that person wants to fight you because trash talking is going on, then you better be willing to fight, or otherwise you're going to lose that respect. Like, how are you going to be able to go at that person and like destroy them basketball wise if they know all they got to do is get personal, try to start a fight with you, and you're going to back down? How are you going to beat them in basketball if you're scared to take it to that level with them? Sometimes that happens in basketball. People are going to want to fight. Their pride and ego on the line. They're getting beat in the game. Then you get trash talking involved. You never know how certain people are going to respond to certain things. So, bottom line, like they said where I'm from, they say if you're scared, get a dog. If you're scared to get in a fight, don't trash talk. Just play ball and shut up. Next question. What age were you and how tall were you when you began dunking? I first dunked when I was 16. I don't know how tall I was. Next question. Ricky from Chicago says, how tall was my dad? The hell do you need to know that for? Next question. I'm better. Alright, wait a minute. Somebody asked, Dre, what's your favorite books? If you go on my website, dreallday.com, click on the About section and click on books, you'll see where I talk about the books that I read. Dre, do you think many basketball players' athleticism mainly derives from their genetics? Genetics definitely play a role in athleticism, but athleticism can be enhanced by training. And you see the videos that I put out where I'm training, working on my athletic ability. If I didn't do those, I wouldn't have the ability that I have. Of course, you lift weights. When you see somebody go to the gym all the time and lift weights, what happens? They get stronger, they get bigger muscles. If you go and run all the time, what happens? Your cardiovascular ability increases, you get faster, you have more endurance, more stamina. So of course, genetics do play a role, but you can increase and enhance your physical ability by training. And I think people can understand it if you watch my videos. So some of the questions some of y'all ask, like, you're basically asking me, are people athletic just because they were born like that? Well, if that was the case, then what am I putting out all these videos for? I'm either good or I'm not good at basketball. Training won't make a difference based on your question. So, of course, genetics play a role to finally answer it, but yes, you can make it better by training. Next question. I was at the gym. This guy's watching me play a full court game with other people. I hit the game winner. I was on fire. We were picking teams again. He was on the other team. He told everyone to leave me open because I can't shoot. So I said, go ahead. Every time he would say brick when I shot the ball or something. He kept telling me I sucked and I couldn't do anything about it because I actually was missing shots and I was doing horrible. How can I stop trash talkers from getting to my head? Well, I can't tell you no magic words that's going to stop a trash talker from getting to your head. If somebody's trash talking you and you're not performing, then they should be trash talking you because it's working. So he was trash talking you, and you went from doing great to doing terrible. So obviously trash talking is a good strategy to use against you until you develop your game to the point that trash talking doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you any trash talking, anti-trash talking techniques. You got to figure out for yourself. I mean, if you was making shots and the guy was saying you were going to miss, then he wouldn't be saying nothing. It wouldn't be nothing he could say. If he's saying you're going to miss, but you made it, then what are you going to talk about? I mean, there's nothing else to say at that point, so all you need to do is make shots, and the guy can't say anything to you. Next question. I'm an okay ball handler. I work on my crossover and my between the legs dribble, but which one do you think is more useful? Well, useful is relative, so you got to figure out what's more useful. Jeff from Australia. My question is, I'm doing a jump manual and I'm working on some hoop handbooks at the same time. Jump manual recommends not playing basketball on workout days, so I was wondering if the hoop handbooks could be done occasionally, missing a day or two in place of the jump manual. Also, will doing this not be as effective as if I did the hoop handbook in a straight week? Well, the jump manual, from my recollection, doesn't say you shouldn't play basketball on workout days. You have to gauge for yourself physically what you're capable of taking on. Because some people can do a jump manual workout and a basketball workout in the same day. Some people can't. So, Jeff, you got to figure out what you can physically do and what you physically cannot do. As far as the days of the workouts, yes, it's fine to take days off in between the days. You don't have to do it all consecutive. That's for either program. You don't have to do it all consecutive. It's very important that you don't overtrain, because when you overtrain, that's when you get injured. So you better to take a rest day if you need a rest day. Next question. JT says, is it possible to get better at recovering? If I do this workout and wait 3 days to do it again after like 3 months, it would make sense to do the same workout then wait 2 days to do it again. JT, I don't understand what the hell you're talking about. Next question. Am I going to do a video on the Sham God crossover? Maybe. I mean, don't hold your breath waiting for it. And last question from Ray. He says, what do you think is the best scoring move for a quick guard? I don't know, Ray. You're going to have to ask that quick guard what's his best scoring move. Because if you ask more than one quick guard what's their best move, you might get more than one answer. So if you're talking about yourself, you got to figure it out for yourself. Get on the court and find an answer. So that's it. Everybody, thank you for the questions. Q&A Thursday. I might do another Q&A Thursday. I might not, but just in case I do, you can leave your questions for the next one in the comments to this video. That's that. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. You watch me work on my game, now it's time to work on yours. The Hoop Handbook is a series of workout programs straight from my own personal experience working out and training on every aspect of basketball. Ball handling, shooting, scoring moves, scoring over bigger defenders, the crossover, post moves, your weak hand, off the court training, dunking, vertical, all of it's covered. All you got to do is follow the program step by step. The Hoop Handbook. And as he comes back to your right, you just reach the ball right over his head and finish the shot.